If you want to get bigger and you want to get stronger and you want to have more masculine features, testosterone is something that is an absolute must-have, and you want to have the highest amount of testosterone possible for you so you can achieve those things, and you can have a deeper voice, you can have more facial hair if you want that, you can have bigger muscles, you can put on more muscle at once. And in this video I'm going to go over seven things that are going to increase your testosterone. Food edition, I guess. I've already done a video on things that'll increase your testosterone that you could just do in your day-to-day life, but this is foods that'll increase your testosterone. I didn't quite work on that intro, so we're just gonna get into it. First thing is ginger. No, I'm not drinking raw ginger, but I did boil some into some green tea, and it's just helping me record these videos. Ginger is the first thing I want to talk about on the list. It has a chemical, it has antioxidants, I can't remember the word, chemical, antioxidants that will help oxidative stress. So basically what oxidative stress is it's like, oxidative stress is when your body has too many extra unstable molecules and there's nothing to balance that out. So the antioxidants are something that will help balance out the oxidatives. So sometimes when you have a lot of oxidative stress, so a lot of unbalanced molecules in your body that are just from miscellaneous different things that can happen, your T levels will go kind of crazy. Your testosterone levels will they'll kind of range and they'll kind of divot and they'll do this. And that's not what we want. We want our testosterone levels, specifically our free testosterone levels, to go up. And if our oxidative stress is up and our cortisol, which is regular stress, is up, then we're going to see those T levels go down. So with ginger, it helps do that. It also increases blood flow, so it's good for the gym. It's good for, in the bedroom. And it just all around makes you feel better. Sipping this ginger is clearing up my throat, even though it kind of burns when it goes down because of some other sciencey stuff I don't really know anything about. But all I know is that when I take a sip, I feel better. I don't know how to explain it to you, but I would just try out some ginger. I mean, you can put it in a recipe, you can put it in some food, you could do like what I did and put it in tea. If you're really, really just like that, I mean, I guess you could just take a ginger root and just start eating it if you're like that, I guess. I wouldn't recommend it. I tried it. It doesn't taste very good. Don't do it. The next thing is probably my favorite, eggs. So eggs have a lot of cholesterol, the good cholesterol, which is actually one of the key components of building testosterone. So it's literally one of the chemical building blocks of building more testosterone. So I'm not saying eat 35 eggs a day, which some actually burn patients are told to eat 32 eggs a day, and that'll actually grow back their skin at a rapid rate. Now, I don't know how or why it's even possible to eat 32 eggs, but I would say 4 to 12. I know that's a big gap, but it just depends on you. It depends on your body, whatever it is. Tonight I'm going to have 4 eggs with 2 ribeye steaks, which is the next thing that we're going to talk about. But the eggs will increase your testosterone because of the cholesterol in the eggs. They're also a great source of protein, and they're like 70 calories a piece. So one egg has about 70 calories, and it has about, I think, 6 grams of protein. So all things considered, that's pretty good. Yes, your cholesterol levels will go up, but your cholesterol levels are going to go up, and it's going to translate into testosterone. It's not going to be like your cholesterol levels are going to go up because you're having McDonald's fatty food, chemical, weird processed crap. That's not what it's about. So there's a difference between good cholesterol, which everybody says good cholesterol, and then there's a difference between bad cholesterol. And bad cholesterol is basically just junk food because it will spike your insulin levels and your cholesterol, and that's just a whole different spiel. But eggs increase testosterone. Good. Eggs, good. Also, they're extremely versatile. You can make eggs into literally anything. You can hard boil them, you can scramble them, you can over easy, that's not a verb. Over easy is not a verb, I'm sorry. You can over easy, you can hard fry, omelet, burrito, and the list goes on. Like, you can do a bunch of things. Every morning I'll have 2 pieces of grain toast with 1 over easy egg, some avocado on both sides, and then some bacon. And avocado is the thing we're going to talk about a little bit later. But the other thing that I'm having tonight is ribeye steak. Ribeye steak has a lot of fat and it has a lot of iron, and those 2 things will help increase testosterone. They are going to help give you that extra boost. Also, you're going to get a lot of vitamins and minerals from that red meat anyway, specifically ribeye. I mean, you could have New York strips. I know that ribeye is expensive. Tomahawks up here, ribeyes in the middle. New York strips down here. I mean, any one of those 3 things will help you with your testosterone levels. It's also going to help you pack on more lean muscle because it's red meat and it's also freaking delicious. I could eat steak and eggs all day, every day if I had to. Like I said, avocados, it has magnesium and boron, which are other components to build free testosterone. Also, if you're not into avocados, I get that. There's plenty of other things on this list that you might be into. Just try to take one of them from this list and try to stick to it. I know that not everybody likes eggs. I even know some people that have an egg allergy. I know that there's a lot of people I like that don't like avocados, but you know, oh well. Whatever the case is, you can always pick one of these things on this list and just try to have that a lot. I'm not saying overconsume it, but try to have it once every day, once every other day. It'll go a long way for your testosterone. I know that I said avocado has boron in it, which is something that helps increase testosterone. Another thing that has boron is honey. So what I like to do this a lot. I know that sometimes lemon, the citric acid in lemon helps increase testosterone, and it gives you a little bit more, I don't want to say buzzy, but it gives you a little bit more energy. So what I like to do, or what I did, is I put some ginger into my teapot. It's over there. I'm not going to show you, but it's over there. And I have a little filter for the loose tea leaves, and I cut up the ginger and I put it in that filter and I dropped the filter in there. I boiled some water, I put the green tea bags in there, and then what I did after that is I poured it into this cup, but before that I put in honey and I put in a little bit of lemon and I stirred it all around, and that is basically a testosterone super serum, because you have lemon, you have the green tea, which can also increase testosterone if you have enough of it. I put 2 or 3 bags in there. I don't remember how many. I think I put 3 bags in there. So very, very potent green tea. It gives me a kick of energy from the caffeine and the lemon. And then you have your ginger that increases the testosterone. And then you have, the water that you used, obviously. And then on top of that, the honey. It's also delicious, with the exception of the burning that goes down your throat when you do have ginger. But that's just part of it. Oh man, I just spilled my tea. The next thing is not extremely scientifically backed, but celery. So there's not a lot of studies on this that actually helps, but celery does have androsterone, which is really hard to pronounce. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but basically it's like a component in testosterone, and it doesn't do a lot for you. But I do know that there is more studies on the fact that the celery increases sperm count, and I feel like anything that increases your sperm count, it can also in turn directly or indirectly increase testosterone. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on celery. Celery's kind of weird. I just have it every once in a while, just as a little boost. Also, as a kid, Ants in a Log went crazy. It's where you take the celery stalk and you put some peanut butter in the middle and you put raisins in there. Oh, that brings me back. That is a whole memory and a half of one of the best childhood snacks ever that I had. I don't know if that's just like a white people thing or whatever, but absolutely amazing. Bussin' snack. So what I've been doing is I've been getting some crunchy peanut butter with the extra texture and the extra calories, extra protein, and I'll take my 2 pieces of celery and I'll just scoop out some and I'll just munch on it. And I'll do that while I'm reading, while I'm outside chilling, getting sunlight, which increases testosterone. I have a video on that. I'm going to link it somewhere in this video. Probably not on this exact moment, but somewhere in here. And, it's just a really good snack. Now, you don't have to do the raisins. That was just something that you could put the little ants in the log. You get the point. It doesn't matter. But anyway, try celery. If it makes you feel better, good. If not, don't do it. Celery's kind of weird. I don't know. I just put it in here because. The 6th thing is actually pomegranates. Now, I don't think I've ever had like more than 2 pomegranates in my life. I know that like the brand Pom makes like pomegranate juice, and it's supposed to be really good for you. And I remember drinking those as a kid, or like they had like the sweet tea ones or whatever. And I remember drinking those, and actually they were kind of gas. They were kind of good. The pomegranates though, they also combat oxidative stress. They have those antioxidants in there. That's what antioxidants do, is they fight oxidative stress. It kind of makes sense. Oxidative stress. Get it? Anyway, so the point being, it does that, and it also, I didn't know this until I literally did some research on it right before I did this video. It also blocks estrogen in males, which is really good, because when you have your set level of testosterone, like there's two different types of testosterone there. I can't remember the word for the first one, but it's something testosterone. I call it like set testosterone, which is like the amount of testosterone you can have with the amount of estrogen you can have. And if your estrogen goes down, your testosterone goes down. And it's kind of level. They're kind of leveled all the time. Free testosterone is something that's its own third thing that can go up and down. However, depending on diet, external circumstances like the sunlight, your exercise, your water intake, which is another thing we're going to talk about later. But it actually fights estrogen a little bit. So when your estrogen level's down, your free testosterone goes up even more. And then your set testosterone kind of levels with it. But the less estrogen you have as a male, the better. Because, I mean, why would you want a female hormone in your body if you're trying to be more masculine? Estrogen is the chemical that gives people gyno and bigger boobies, you know, in males and females, obviously. But the people that have... Take somebody that you wouldn't think of as like a traditional masculine man, like someone strong. So think of like maybe, I don't know, a kid in your class that's like kind of soy boy or like kind of weak. Do you think that they have a lot of testosterone, or do you think that they have a lot of estrogen? You're gonna want more testosterone, which is a good thing that I just found this out, which is insane. I'm probably gonna go get some pomegranate juice after this. But they do actually block, not like completely block, but they block the estrogen receptors. It's also another thing when external estrogen, like the stuff in receipt paper or the stuff in, like, if you keep your phone too close to your pocket, whatever, it'll kind of block that out. I'm not saying do those things or put receipts in your mouth or whatever the case is, but it will help. It'll kind of take away from the level of estrogen you gain in your body. The very last thing is water. I know this is really weird. Water's not a food, but think about water as like the oil for your body. So in a car, if you have oil in the car, you have fresh oil, everything's good, you have abundance of oil, everything's great, and everything's running smoothly. Think of your body the same way. Now, if you don't have enough water, then things are going to start to, I'm not saying it break, but things are going to start to not run as smoothly. Your body's not going to, you know, keep moving. You're not going to have the endurance, the stamina that you need. You're not going to have the brain power that you need. And I feel like if you don't have enough water, how are you going to produce more sperm and more testosterone if you don't have a key component that you put in your body that you're supposed to have all the time? Everybody's so dehydrated, but I'm not saying I'm any better, but I do try to get my water intake in. Lately it's been kind of hard, but I'm doing the best I can. That being said, drink your water. It'll help you. Also, it did not mix well with the ginger. Oh, wow. Anyways, maybe you don't drink freezing cold water on top of ginger and a warm liquid. That doesn't feel very great. It like kind of burns. Anyway, the point is, drink your water. Be hydrated. Also, being hydrated, this is another side note before I let you go. Being hydrated is going to help you cool off your body. And if your testicles get hot, you're not going to produce testosterone and you're not going to produce sperm, which is bad. So you want your down there region to be cool. So if you drink more water, in theory, you know, you're cooling off your body. You're going to cool down there off. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Use one of these tips to help increase your testosterone. And goodbye.